right, see? I got a free Kazuha. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, with that dumb joke out of the way, let's actually see how the Animal Traveler performs with my Kazuha artifacts. So we got 700 EM, 150 ER. Let me see. I did think about leveling this weapon just for the showcase, but it's really not worth it, so never mind on that. Alright. So yeah, you also have to subtract 100. Well, subtract 16% because the Traveler's constellation. But well, I'll say we're roughly around 700 plus his ascension stats and a fully leveled EM weapon. So we're gonna test it out with a Morgana-esque top comp. We'll substitute out Kaching for Mona, and we'll leave Rosaria and let's substitute out Lisa in this comp for Kaya. Alright, so let's test it out real quick. Alright, got some energy recharge on her. A regular set. That's okay enough. Some ER on him. Whatever. Slapped whatever on him. Rosaria. Got some ER weapon on her as well. Blizzard, so she can always crit. Alright, let's test it out. So this is going to be a comparison between the Animal Traveler and and Kazuha. So far, when it's like small mobs like this, I don't see too much of an issue. But we're gonna test them out in sort of mobs with a little tankier enemies. A little bit of Kaya here and Swirl. So remember, all of this is just off of the EM because essentially, right, like EM doesn't really scale with the level of your weapon unless there's EM on that weapon. So level 1, level 90, the only difference is more EM, and that's the only thing that'll be increasing the swirl. So you can see it's pretty okay with it. And and you'll see my talents are not even good either on the Traveler, so okay, so let's start heading over to the Viridescent domain. We're gonna charge up some alts on these crowd slimes real quick. And then we're gonna take them over to the domain. So, as you can see in Overworld, the Traveler's not really that bad, but we're gonna see real soon how he performs with tankier mobs. See, as you can see, the talents aren't that big. It's not really that much. So they're not going to be contributing that much damage. Mona will be because her ult is pretty high, but and Rosaria is leveled up pretty high, but you'll see the Travelers isn't much. We're only relying on Swirl for him. That's it. Just to see how a full EM build on him is gonna be like how, let's say you just say screw the skills and you don't have enough to level him. Let's see how he is, just in the beginning. I'm pretty sure once you level 90 the weapon, his animal hits are going to be a little harder, but nothing in comparison to his pure swirl, which is what we're looking at right now. And I want to compare, like, how big is his swirl in comparison to the both of them. So as you can see, the CC on the Animal Traveler is quite awful. It could be I'm not used to using him in these situations, but my goodness, is it so hard to CC with him. You have to position that tornado so well. It's really annoying. But once you do, it is pretty nice. As you can see, I made sure to get them all ER weapons so that we can keep spamming bursts, and now we all have bursts again. Alright, let's do it again. Let's check it out real quick. 700 EM Animal Traveler, level 80. So we'll even have fatter swirls if we level them up to 90. But soon enough. Okay, so yeah, see, when you get a good positioning on it, we still have a straggler, but at the very least, it's not that bad. But you see, it's so irritating. I'm just hoping Kazuha's not like this. The palm vortex is pretty nice, but man, you do need so much more CC with him. And every other unit has better CC. Even Jean CC is really nice when you hold. But the Traveler is a bit of a yikes. So that's why I'm like, people are like, hey, if you're an Animal Traveler, do you need Kazuha? Or if you have Sucrose, do you need him? I'm pretty sure if you have Sucrose and Venti, sure. But as you can see, the CC on him isn't good enough for a second team if you need to run two CC supports. So definitely an upgrade, very big upgrade to uh, the Animal Traveler. So yeah, so you can see sort of how ungrouped they are and everything. And so, in this particular case, if I had used his skill and plunge, they would have been grouped together. But I can't. Now I have to worry about this finicky positioning with his tornado, as opposed to units like Jean and Venti and even Sucrose. They can at least group them much easier with their wide AOE. Because at least for Jean, if you hold, they all can come into you. But it's not so good with the traveler, the animal traveler. You can see he brings them in, not as much, and obviously the pushback isn't as strong. So, but he is able to swirl a lot, so that is something he has over Gene at least. But you're not really going to be using Gene on the EM, so it's not really comparable to be honest. But so I would say if you have Sucrose and Venti, then sure. If you have like Sucrose and Jean, not really. She's not exactly the best CC. Like she has great CC in let's say specific instances, but not like it's not as large AOE as Kazuha, Venti, and Sucrose. So I'll say for like to be really comfortable in my account, I would love to at least have two. So like Sucrose and Venti, then I'm good. Then Kazuha's just a luxury if you love samurai esque characters like him. But if you only have her, if you only have Sucrose, or you only have Venti, then yeah, there's gonna be so many instances, just speaking from experience, that you're like, dang it, I wish I had another CC unit. So that's what I'm hoping he's gonna fill the slot for. That's why I'm gonna do a test right here in the same domain, kind of showing you how scuffed it gets when you don't have good CC. So I'm gonna test this out with Kazuha and see, is it gonna be this scuffed? Am I gonna be getting annihilated this hard, or things like that? So maybe I'm not. Yeah, because I'm still debating if maybe I'm not used to the Traveler or whatever. Because when you do position it well, it is nice, and his ult does swirl a lot. So does his skill. So it's nice, but I'm pretty sure, I feel like Kazuha can definitely abuse Swirl in a better way with the CC, which a lot of people don't really touch on. The CC is huge. That's why I keep on touching on it. But yeah, so right now, yeah, the Traveler is wearing my EM build. I have a couple other footage that when he comes out, I'll compare the DPS Kazuha, comparing just the Kazuha as like with his multipliers and his damage to characters like Jean, who have similar multipliers, and not so much to the Traveler because the Traveler is like purposely made pretty weak. His base ATK is pretty low and his multipliers are lower. For reference, his hold skill is as strong as Kazuha's press in terms of multipliers. And in terms of base ATK, Kazuha has higher than he does by quite a bit. So I'm not really gonna. think that comparing them is even fair, but comparing at least Jean to Kazuha in terms of damage potential is pretty good because her multipliers are nutty. So, but as you can see, yeah, I guess when you really do get some good rotations with the Animal Traveler, it's okay. I'm just